do it. It's just a natural movement because you're moving out of the line. And in order to gain back your balance, you have to step from this step. You have to recover with the right step. Okay? And that is the moment that Marozzo uses to strike the thrust. Okay? So I'm showing you in 2 times, but it's the same technique. Okay? Okay, so now let's see how to pair using the spear. I was telling you to use the spear because if you use the Rotella in these techniques, you will not be able to thrust from your left side because the spear will be inside the Rotella. So, okay, that makes no sense. Okay. If he pairs, okay, then you will be inside the Rotella. So this is why Marozzo and Achille are pairing with the spear. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Now let's see 2 techniques where Marozzo uses the Rotella to parry the thrust. Okay. So the first one, I love this. This is with with a right guard. So in this case, here is happening what I was telling you before. So I am with in the right feet. I use both my spear and Rotella together, okay, and I'm just pestering my opponent with thrusts to his end, okay, in order to have him trust us, okay. It does not trust. So, what happens here is that when the opponent trusts us, what we are going to do is parry with the shield, but in the same tempo that we parry with the shield. We are doing an inquadrata. Okay, so basically we move our back feet around around the advanced one, okay, forward one, okay, in order to gain a little bit of measure. And we deliver a thrust to the opponent foot. Okay, this is really strange. This is one of the few parts in Marozzo in which you see a direct hit to the foot. Okay, so Marozzo is telling to hit the opponent. And we have to note here that it's really difficult to hit the foot without looking at it. Because what happens here is that if I want to be sure to hit the foot, I have to look at the foot. But then I lose the view of my opponent, so it's really dangerous. So we can think is that as the opponent is moving with both hands extended, the feet will be at the same distance of the shoulder. So you can just aim for the shoulder up below, and you will hit the foot. Okay. So let's see it again. Obviously, what happens here is that most of the time you try this in a free fight, in a free sparring, you will not hit. Okay, so obviously, once you have done the thrust, you have to step back and down. Suddenly. So it's just a thrust and then step back and down. Okay, you have not to remain there. And Marozzo here just doesn't tell us to step back or to repeat, but this is because in the following technique it's happening something different that we will see today. Okay. So we also see this kind of parry, okay? This kind of parry with the left feet, okay? So we've seen a right foot now, and he parries with the ground shield. We also see with the left foot. So what he's doing here is once again chasing the opponent and delivering thrusts, small thrusts, feints, in order that was not fair, in order to have the opponent attack, and is also giving an opening to his head, just lowering a bit the shield, in order to force the opponent to give a right thrust to his head. Okay, so that's what Riccardo is doing. He is taking down the Rotella and delivering thrusts to the head. Okay, so that Andrea will be forced to show him on the head.
Yeah, this uncover.
So what Marozzo does here is, okay, you're showing me that I'm very thrust with the Rotella, just putting your head under the Rotella, exactly. So you just have to be under the Rotella. You step with an oblique step, okay, and then you thrust the opponent to the head or to the leg, depending on how the opponent is handling his Rotella. Follow me here. When the opponent is delivering this thrust, he can do two things. Okay, he can just cover his head while delivering the thrust. Okay, he can cover the head, and in that case he's leaving open the end and all the bottom part. Okay. So in that case, instead, I go to the leg. Or he can just extend the Rotella up his core head. Okay. So in that case, I will go for the head. Okay. This is the reason why Marozzo tells us thrusting on the head or the leg. It depends on how the opponent is using the Rotella in that particular thrust. Okay. And we see this all the time, even with water Rotella. Okay. 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 In this case, I suggest you put a mask on to try these two. Okay.
You have one.
If you have one, it's better. Anyway, we're just missing another way we can defend ourselves. That is just losing the measure. It is going away from the attacks. Okay, dodging, let's say. So, I will show you once again two techniques. The first one is from Marozzo. Okay, so the second play from Marozzo, in which we have a particular type of football that is called camuffo. That is a really particular one. I'll show you. So in this case, what happens is that we are on the left edge, okay, and the opponent is thrusting us face, as usual, okay. What we do in order to avoid the thrust is just stepping back, okay, just putting our front foot near the background, okay. We are not touching them, we are not going back, we are just recovering, okay, a little bit, in order to lose measure, because if the opponent is a skilled opponent, okay, he will just give us thrust at the right measure, okay. Moreover, we have the round shield, we have the Rotella protection, okay. So we just step back, use the Rotella protection, okay, and then we do an oblique step, okay. So we recover the left, do an oblique step to the right, and thrusting, and we do thrusting once again, where he is not covered with the round shield, so we can thrust on the head, on the arm, on the leg. Okay, so what happens here is that he's not okay, he's going nothing, but if he covers the head, thrust okay. So what happens here is that we are using distance of the opponent measure in order to avoid the attack. Okay? And this is the only technique in which we see a direct thrust of the end as a response. And this is just because we are losing measure, so we can cut into the most advanced target of the opponent. That is the egg in this case. Okay? Otherwise, if I'm not more here, it's more convenient for me to put the egg of the egg. Okay? But as I'm stepping back, I can do that. Okay? So this is simple like that. This is the first one I will show you. And then there is another one, it's from the second technique from Mangiolino. It is just a counter to the first technique. So, in the first technique, we have seen that Mangiolino steps with an open step and delivers a left thrust. Okay, so we see this before. We positive. Okay, you remember that? Okay, so in the second one, Mangiolino gives a counter to this one. So, if you see the opponent that is sparing you and is about to hit you, you just have to jump back. Okay, so this is another way that Mangiolino tells us in order to defend ourselves. So basically, that's right. When you see the opponent sparing and responding, you just have to jump back. Okay? And that's all. Okay, so we can try basically just the first one we see. Okay? And then we move on to some really particular actions that we see in this kind of thing. So let's see what's game one we are going to try. Okay, so we're going to try. So the opponent needs to step back, then go, open step, and thrust. Then down. Okay? Just one. That's right. But we are missing some actions showing techniques that are really, really fun. Okay? And we'll show you. We will show you a couple. So, the first one is from Mangiolino, and this is the cambiato. So, basically, yes, the cambiato is literally the change. So, as you can see, as usual, what Mangiolino does, okay, Riccardo is performing without the shield, so you can see. Obviously, we do it with the shield, okay? But what Mangiolino does is feinting thrust over the opponent Rotella, okay? Then is changing from up end to down end, okay? Went down, okay? And thrust from below. So he has farther range, okay? And yeah, so this is a good action. Yeah, so it gets a lot of practice to do this one in a free oh, basically no, what you have to do.
Never lose the contact.
Never lose the contact with the shield. Basically, it's only with the speed. Okay, so the tricky part here is that you have to follow the movement of your speed. So what you are doing here is you feint. Then when you are recovering, when you recover, you change, and then you continue the movement, the circular movement, in order to pass the below. Exactly. So if you do this without the blow, it doesn't seem so difficult. If you try to do this in a free sparring situation, you will lose the speed. Okay, so it's risky. It's high risky because easy to lose the spear like this, but it's also high effective because you are out of reach of your opponent, but you can thrust it below this spear. Okay. So just remember, you failed the thrust. When you recover back, change the ending, and then you strike the beat. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Okay. We will see how Marozzo describes his action nature. Okay. Then we have another peculiar thing. So when we see when I've shown you the piplata, the quartato, okay, we have seen that Marozzo is just there, sitting there. It doesn't give us following the technique. Okay, just it's there. What happens there is that Marozzo says if the opponent is striking so hard, or you are so unlucky, or even in this case, if it happens that the spear just breaks the shield and gets stuck in the shield, okay, you have to just let the shield fall, okay, and take the spear with both hands and chase your opponent. Okay, so in this case, Marozzo is just
probabilmente
Rotella is started with spear, so letting Rotella fall would also mean that the opponent is taking one hand, so you will not be able to use the spear. And moreover, Marozzo runs towards the opponent with the shield, okay, with the spear, sorry, okay, both hands.
non le posso usare
Siamo simulati.
Okay, so let's say so what happens there is that you're stuck here, okay, you just leave around shield, okay, bring it with both hands and chase your opponent. So what the opponent can do here is just trying to run back, but he will lose the shield and then he's gone.
until you start the other spear fino a che il tempo ci poteva essere qualche problema di misura allora
Sì.
Okay, so I would like to show you also what Marozzo says. Concerning the cambiata, just tries to describe the cambiata. Just say you failed and I trust, then you do the cambiata and you allow trust. Okay. What Marozzo says is that you will do a cambiata as I have told you. Okay. And then you will take the spear in both hands.
no è contrario
Okay, so what Marozzo says is that you will do the cambiata and you will take the spear with both hands and put your right hand on the end of the spear. Okay.
it doesn't work
So it's another way you can handle the spear and the Rotella together. No. It's on the yes, it's like that.
no ha detto che se succede qualcosa da noi toccherà fa questo
And what you're going to do? you just opening on your left leg. Okay. So what happens here is that the opponent can just strike to the left. Okay. In that case, what Marozzo does is parry, just putting away thrust. Okay. And thrusting back to the left. It's just a parry and post. Okay. So the important point here is that in order to use the spear with both hands and using the Rotella together, you have to use the left hand as a pivot. Okay? And the right one just back, up and down, right and left in order to parry. So in this case, what we're going to do, we're just using our hand up, our right hand, in order to avoid the thrust to the left. Okay. As you can see, the gap is just this, and it's still left hand. It's just raising the right arm. Okay. It's a basically okay. And the opponent is out. Okay. Similarly, what Marozzo does, if you score the leg, you are also scoring your face. Okay, in this case. Okay. So, when the opponent strikes in the face, what you have to do is just lowering your right hand in order to parry. And then, okay, then to
Vabbè, è difficile.
okay.
But how do you get this here?
Oh, so Marozzo just tells us. Yeah, Marozzo says perché a questo modo tu la puoi pigliare con tutte e due le mani, cioè puoi portare la mano tua manca alla dritta dinanzi, non lasciandoci la tua e la mano dritta tu la puoi pigliare anche presso il calcio. So Marozzo tells us first So Marozzo is standing first our right hand near the left one, and then the right leg. Okay, so just you can try this one. You want? Put on the mask. Just let's try this one. Okay. Okay. Last one. The last thing I want to show you. Once again, this is a really particular thing, but it is identical in both Marozzo and Mangiolino. So it was, let's say, a common use. Okay. So what happens if an opponent throws the spear to you? So both Marozzo and Mangiolino shows us how to avoid, how to parry, how to protect oneself by our own weapon. Could be a spear, but could also be anything else basically. Okay. So what maybe not what Marozzo and Mangiolino both do the exact same thing. You start with a left kick, okay? As you know, we are a left kick. So when you see the opponent is throwing the spear to you, what you have to do is parry from one side and to the other side. Okay? So just parry, move, and follow. Parry, move, and follow. Okay? So parry, move, and follow. Parry, follow. And this is one of the sun is in the face of the opera. What Marozzo tells us is that you can start the sun on your face, and then just approach the opponent moving to right. And once you are near the opponent, you just switch side, and the opponent will just face the sun while you have turned around. Okay, and this also tells us that they were used to fuel at morning, because it says that the sun is low on the horizon. Okay, when they start, you start. Okay.